Yeah, I said it, and I say it again. I hate Sosua. Now, before Keyboard Kenny start typing me all these angry messages, let me tell you why I say, or what I mean by when I say I hate Sosua. Do I literally hate the city of Sosua? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I love the city of Sosua. I like the people of Sosua. I like the camaraderie in Sosua. I like the beaches in Sosua. I like the restaurants in Sosua. Shout out to Flip Flop with the best wings and the coldest beers in Sosua. But what I hate is what the name represents to the outside world. Now we all know what goes down in Sosua, but the whole country gets painted as one big Sosua. And that's why I hate Sosua. And matter of fact, the rest of the country is nothing like Sosua, not even close. For example, in the US, we have Vegas. Everybody knows what goes down in Vegas, but the whole country is not painted as one big Las Vegas. And they also have a saying that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And there's a reason for that, because whatever you do in Vegas, you don't need to go out and tell the world. But that doesn't happen in Sosua. It's the total opposite, because you have these content creators that do not play by the same rules. Their rules are what happens in Sosua, record it, and show the world. And listen, I'm not bashing Sosua, because let's be honest, most countries have their version of Sosua or something close to it. I just named the US has Vegas. What about Amsterdam in the Netherlands? What about Pattaya in Thailand? I also heard the Philippines has a spot. Colombia has a spot, Brazil has a spot. I'm sure if I gave it more thought and conducted more research, I can find other countries that have their version of Sosua. But places like that don't interest me, so I wouldn't even waste my time doing that type of research. Listen, it's no secret that prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. And to think that it doesn't exist globally in some form or another is crazy. But for some reason, it gets magnified tenfold in Dominican Republic. I don't know why. As if this is the only country that it happens in. If you tell someone you're traveling to Dominican Republic and you're either going alone or you're going with some male friends, you must be going to Sosua. Or you're at least going for the women, like this is the only thing the country has to offer. When in fact, Dominican Republic has so much more to offer, like rivers, waterfalls, beaches, mountains, luxury resorts, that the women are just a byproduct of this country. Now, do some guys come here just for the women? Of course they do. But there's just as many that come here that don't. Now, hold up. Now, I already know somebody's already typing in the comment, want to prove me wrong, because every Pookie and Ray Ray they know only come here for the women. The country had over 10 million visitors in the year 2023. Do you think all those people went to Sosua? What about half of them? What about a quarter of them? I doubt it. Dominican Republic has some of the most beautiful and educated women, but these women get painted with the same broad brush as the women in Sosua by foreigners. And now I'm not saying that all the women here are good, because of course not. There are some bad ones, absolutely. But we can't stereotype all these women as if they're like the ones that you just like to have a good time with. I think it's unfair, but I also think it's disrespectful to the hardworking Dominican women who choose not to go that route. Now, I'm not judging these other women for going that route, that's their business. But as a black man, with all those stereotypes out there about us, I don't want to be judged by any of those stereotypes. Well, now it's one that I'm pretty okay with, if you know which one I'm talking about. But other than that, I don't want to be judged by those stereotypes. But I've met guys who come to Santo Domingo, and just the way they conversate with the women, the way they interact with them, it's almost like they feel like these women should bow down to them because they're carrying a dollar bill in their wallet. I had a conversation with a guy one time, and he was telling me, hey man, I met this girl in the grocery store. We had a nice conversation, and I offered her to come and clean my Airbnb while I was staying here for a month, and she declined. And the funny thing about it is the guy looked so dumbfounded as to why the lady declined, or the woman declined. And I'm thinking to myself, why do you think these women are so easy, or that they are so hard up for your money? It's like nobody wants to come and clean your damn apartment, bro. And you would not do the same to an American woman. You would not meet her in the grocery store and in that conversation offer her to come and clean your apartment. Man, if you did, it'll be clean up on aisle 6. Now, my wife is Dominican, and I met her in the US around 2007, and she had never heard of Sosua. Now, keep in mind, in 2007, YouTube was nothing like it was now, so that's not something that was, that's not surprising. She didn't hear anything about Sosua until about 10 years later in 2017 when people actually started making videos about it. And to be honest with you, she was shocked. Having respect for a woman who hasn't showed you any reason that she's not deserving of it is not simping. It's called decency. Not saying these other women shouldn't be shown any level of respect, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. My point is twofold. Not every woman is like the women in Sosua. Don't paint the whole country as if every woman is such. And number two is, I wish these guys would stop filming their interactions in Sosua. Nobody cares, and you shouldn't want the whole world knowing your business. When did we become a society where we broadcast every little detail about our life that in the past used to be sacred and considered just your business? So listen, when you come here, just be respectful. And I know guys, when you come here, you're gonna play in the pig pen, and that's fine. You can play in the pig pen, but don't think the whole country is a pig pen, because it's not. This country has more to offer than just playing in the pig pen. So until then, remember, always keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you can live your best life. And I'm out.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no.